What's happening, Soul Talk family? Welcome back to another episode of Soul Talk. I'm with the artist, Mr. Patfaded.
What's good?
Welcome to the channel, my brother.
What's good, my brother? Oh, lovely. It's an honor.
Thanks for joining me.
Oh, cool,
bro. In the studio.
Yeah, the iconic sneaker vault.
You know.
Finally here.
You know.
Live.
So, man, I think we should just get into it, man.
Cool.
So, my first question for you.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we've known each other for a very, very long time, and
sure.
And I've seen your craft grow.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously for the viewers, they don't know you personally because obviously you're on the show. I know from your background you started off with poetry, and obviously that led to what you're doing now. So just break it down for me, like how did that come about and all of that, man?
You know, I've always been a lover of words, man. There's so many ways I could tell you the story, but I think I was fortunate enough for there to be a spoken word poetry club at my high school. So when I was in let's say grade 11, yeah, I started spoken word in grade 11. I was 16 years old. There was this young lady from the United States. She goes by Key now, and she started a spoken word poetry club, and I walked in there. And I just never left, and I just fell in love with words. So I'd go every Wednesday, and what we basically do is every Wednesday we come with like new poetry, and we'd share it with there was a group of us. And the thing with spoken word poetry is snapping. So you go in there and they'd snap for you, and then afterward, you know, they'd give critical feedback on how your poems were and stuff. And I remember the first time I ever performed a spoken word poetry piece. It was about freedom, and it was for a variety show, what we used to call V shows at high school, like a talent show.
Would this happen like every week? Or?
No, this happened. It was a big thing for your year group. It was our year group's talent show.
Okay.
And I performed a poem about freedom, and I just went on there. And this hall was those talent shows used to get packed. There must have been about maybe 500 people in there, bro.
Yeah, because the hall at Waterford was huge.
Yeah, you remember that? You've seen that hall. Yeah, so it was about 500 people in there. There were people at the back trying to get in. It was crazy. And I just went in there, and I think the poem started something like, "Now set me free as you read this page." My words started happening. And everyone just went, "Wow!" And I just went quiet.
Yeah.
And I was like, and everyone, and then bro,
was this something that
it was exhilarating. Something I'd written, but I performed it off page. That's how I like to perform all my poetry off page. It's more organic like that. And then at the end, I just remember this rapturous standing applause and standing ovation. Literally the hall levitated, and I was like, "Yo, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, fam. This is crazy." And it was even. It was even more than the hype and it was about the connection, the feeling of knowing that you managed to get what you feel on the inside out was what really did it for me, man. And I remember that week walking around school, random dudes I didn't know, they were like, "Hey yo,
giving you daps and shit like
bro.
that."
You know what I'm saying, G? And so how that progressed was with my love for music. So I've always a keen musician, grew up in a household where lots of music gets listened to, sister being a pianist, dad being a jazz lover, mom being a lover of words. I started to combine the poetry with music. So there's this thing in it used to happen in the UK called dub poetry. LBJ, Lyndon Kwesi Johnson, is a famous dub poet where they basically just spit poetry over beats. So that's what I started doing. So I started coming to slam with I remember. Do you remember?
Was this still all happening at high school?
Yeah, all happening in this year specifically. This year, 16 Form 5 at high school. So I don't know if you remember. Common has got this track called the Lights.
Yes.
So I downloaded the instrumental of YouTube. And then I started spitting some poetry over that beat. And I remember I had a little Shark speaker and a Nokia. And I brought it to the poetry club, and I played it, and then I spit.
So now you were kind of moving your poetry with the beats of the songs now.
So I started performing poetry over like musical, you know what I mean? Because back then I always loved rap, and I loved rapping in my own spare time. Like I could rap, but I just didn't think the identity of a rapper suited me. You know what I mean? Like rappers were these hard dudes, and I was just like an artsy, like little like poet guy. You know what I mean? I didn't think the rap thing was for me still in high school, but I just loved the poetry. So that's how it started. And then I had a music teacher he was from the Caribbean, who I think you may know. I'm not from the Caribbean. He was a British man,
Samuel,
of Caribbean descent, of Caribbean origin, named Samuel Wilkinson. And he saw what I was doing with the poetry, and he was like, and he introduced me to dub. He was like, listen, what we can do is we can record a little EP for you. Okay. So I will just hit some piano in the background. I'll play some drums, and we'll see what we can do. So basically, I'd taken all the poems I'd like written for that year, and then we went into his living room and we recorded like a 5-track poetry, spoken word poetry EP that I put on SoundCloud. So that was my first take on like the poetry and the words and the music. So gradually the poetry started becoming more musical, right? Then let's fast forward to the United States.
No, we will get there. We will get there.
So that's basically how it started. And I remember one time I did a spoken word. It got to a point where everything spoken word had to do with music now, right? So there's this. So I did like a big poetry performance in now what would be like my first year of A level, what we called IB1. After my grade 11 year, and I performed a spoken word piece called Hashtags and Demons. And what I did was I was part of the choir, so I took a group of choir members that I could find that were available on a random Saturday. And there was the song that Drake had called "Girls Love Beyonce," and it had this bass line. It goes like boom, 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 boom. Boom. I was like, yo, that's dope. So I got all the 2 parts of the choir, and I said, I want you guys who are the basses. I want you guys to go boom, 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 boom. And then I got like the I think, what do you call these parts? I think it's tenor, or like the
people that sing. I'm not that into like all the instruments and stuff like that.
The people that sing like very high pitch. I'm trying to think, and then they were going like ba 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 ba, and then I spat the poem over the choir.
Which poem?
This is Hashtag and Demons. Then I performed it in assembly, which is also kind of crazy. And then everyone went like, it like worked. You know when something works so well?
How you kind of envisioned it?
Because no one had done spoken word like that before. I literally performed a poem with the whole choir on some Kanye, on some spoken word vibes. So that was just me, man. Just love with the words, love with music. And I think gradually now I leave Waterford, and my high school, a common thing for people to do was to go to the States. So I'd say on a rough estimate, about 85% to 90% of my year group ended up going to university in the States, which I followed, right? So after I left Waterford, it was just what I was on my gap year. So I wasn't around any spoken word poets. I wasn't around.
So would you say like so how long? Because I personally don't recall. Were you working on that much music when you were in there, even during like your gap year and into the States?
On my gap year, I wasn't. It was kind of like a creative hiatus. That's when I actually started messing around with some raps, right? So in between, like, so this is another part of a story I didn't mention. So in between the poetry, I had this friend called Innocence Awol. Right now, Innocence was a good friend of mine who actually. My mom bought me a microphone, or my mom gave me money to buy my first microphone when I turned 18 in my last year of IB2, which I actually think I went with your bro or someone to like buy from a Crystal Mall. I still got that mic, and with that mic,
is that when you started with that mic?
That's when I started my own recording. And Innocence Awol I recorded this poem on this mic called Just to Get Diploma, and that was just like an acapella, but that was like my closest thing to like a rap performance, because that poem was kind of like cadence was kind of like rappy, and that's lots of things that my poetry started to gradually sound more like rap, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
The rhyme schemes and stuff like that. And then, and I used to try and make like rap.
Yeah.
But, we tried and failed. And then during that gap year, Innocent was sending me beats.
And that's when you started.
That's when I started messing around with some raps, right? Then it wasn't much of a creative time for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that was the most creative thing I was trying to do. And then fast forward to the States, crazy thing happens. Yeah. Right? I end up being roomed with a dude who's from Lesotho.
Yeah.
Who was also, so at Waterford I ended up being like president of 2 spoken word poetry clubs.
Okay.
Oh,
so you were still doing poetry in the States?
Well, yeah. Hear me out. So we go to the States. I'm still doing the poetry thing, but this dude is also a rapper.
Yeah.
So he was the president of his poetry club, but he'd like recorded a rap song. So this is the first time I'd actually lived with the dude that raps, right? And his name was Mohana Mahase. And what's my man's? I can't forget my man's Moja Ma. That's what he goes by now. That's his rap name now. Still recording raps. But we used to freestyle now in his room. Now he actually taught me how to rap in a big way. So he taught me how to rap. So we used to freestyle. This dude used to be Friday nights.
Yeah.
We just used to like buy a bottle of this.
So wait, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
So basically, when you're learning how to rap now, you still coming through with this spoken poetry way of rhyming and stuff like that. So basically, what like a session be like, you will be spitting obviously and stuff like that. And then what will he just like help you like direct you in a way to
not really like it'll just be like a thing of like I'd observe observe his cadence, and then like we just go off the dome, and then I just got so good at it, like I got good at, because it was just like I don't know, rap comes naturally to me, right? Because rhythm and poetry, and I just started spitting. But even then, I still did a couple performances, spoken word performances on the campus and stuff like that. But I still wasn't like, the campus I was at wasn't the biggest campus for creatives, right? So I wasn't really like that big in the poetry, but I still spat, and I think that was one of the reasons why I wasn't like that satisfied where I was. Because you can go across the world, bro. But if you're not in a community of like creatives and people that make art, people precisely. You're not gonna get the most out of where you are.
And obviously, this is probably gonna lead to my second question. Now, obviously, we've covered now your poetry background,
and now we're getting into the rap.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the rap. So first, we've done the first question. Let's pull out the first sneaker, my guy.
Excellent. So, the first sneaker we got to pull out are these babies.
Yeah. So
now I always see you. The first time I saw you with these, like
we actually went to go get them together.
Yeah, we went to actually go cop these together. I haven't forgotten where, bro.
So we copped these from Shelf Life.
From Shelf Life, yeah.
So these are called the A-Up Tempos.
Yeah.
So I've had these. I think I got them in 2018, 2017.
Look at this.
Yeah, man. Dude. I don't think I've worn them more than 10 times. Really a special pair to me, man.
Jeez.
So just a little background on the sneaker.
Yeah.
So if a lot of people don't know, like Scottie Pippen played in these. So like a lot of
that old?
Yeah. So a lot of the old. So these were all introduced in the 90s. A lot of of like the air bubble sneakers of Nike were introduced in the 90s and the late 80s. So a lot of the basketball shoes, like you'll even get different up tempos obviously up tempos, but they call up tempos, but look differently than this. And Scottie Pippen played in these. I don't know if it was a black and white one or a blue and white pair that he played in the 95 or 94 Olympics when the Dream Team, when all Magic Johnson and them all came together to go play in the Olympics. And so when I first got the shoe, a lot of the sneakerheads are, flip, you got the Pippins. So I really didn't know. I just saw the shoe and I was like, this shoe bangs. I want the shoe. So I didn't know about like the whole backstory of like, Scottie Pippen was one of the basketball players that actually introduced the sneaker to the masses. So this is
I still can't believe these are as old as the 90s, man. Yeah, this is crazy. Wait, so was the design the same? Were the colors the same? Like
this design, The color scheme, I think that was first introduced.
Okay.
Was either, I don't know if it was black and white or white and black.
Okay.
Well, the whole shoe was white and the air part was black.
Okay.
But this shoe was introduced in the 90s. The silhouette hasn't changed.
That is so crazy.
So like, as a lot of sneakers, like all of the sneakers, like you'll see like the superstars from the 80s, and the silhouette hasn't changed. You'll just get like different iterations of the silhouette. You'll get like a tech version of the silhouette. It still keeps the crux of the shoe, but it'll have other tech. You'll see sometimes Adidas will put like the boost tech on the sole of the shoe instead of the actual classic shoe. So you'll just get, but the shoe will remain the same. So this is one of the classic shoes in my rotation.
And considering this is a sports shoe, I'm sure they must be mad comfortable to wear.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. It's like, remember, Converse All Stars was a sports shoe.
Oh, okay. But also those things start to hurt.
And them shits are uncomfortable as hell. Superstars. Oaks the jamming superstars.
Okay.
Them shits is uncomfortable as hell as well.
Yeah, only for a game and you take them off.
Yeah, those guys, I'm sure those guys had blisters after game. So but this is, look at, man. I don't trust, like, sometimes these fire sneakers look dope and fits.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, after 8 hours of wearing them, your shoes,
you just want to take them off,
your feet are feeling like hell.
But these are so, like, eye-capturing. Yeah. You see...
I love the air parts. I love the air part of the shoe. I think that's the most, for me personally, that's the most captivating part of the sneaker, man. But man.
Definitely, this is one of my favorite in your collection.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man. I know you cry about this shoe all the time.
I need to get me a pair, man. Get Patfaded a pair of these.
Yeah, man. Okay, my brother. So this was the first shoe that Pat chose for my collection. So now we're on to the cool part of the show. I love the show because I haven't eaten. I don't think you've eaten.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, we're hungry as hell. Yeah. So this meal is from Burger. I think it's like a new meal. I don't know. It's a new. So this is called the crispy chicken tender.
Okay.
So I don't know. Sometimes people will be hating on Burger King. I personally like Burger. What's your take on Burger King? Do you like Burger King?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm a very simple guy. I go to Burger King. I get that Whopper meal. You know what I'm saying?
The Whopper. Yeah.
Yeah, it never disappoints me.
Alright.
Yeah. Now everybody's gonna see what a messy eater I am.
Don't worry,
don't judge me.
Bro, we got the serviettes on deck.
Okay.
We got the serviettes on deck.
Okay.
So let's take a bite of this burger, man.
Alright.
But sometimes Burger King hardly do they actually put this thing in a box, the Whopper?
The Whopper in a box? I've never actually seen. Yeah, the Whopper usually comes in a box, from my understanding.
Yeah, man. Okay, man.
Alright.
Let's dig in.
Dig in.
Does look tasty. Wow. Good, man. Yeah, this was
fire, bro.
Yeah, this was decent. I won't lie. I like that mayo. You taste that mayo.
And what I like about the mayo, bro, is that it's not like overdone. You want to taste a combination of chicken, a combination of mayo. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people like I had a. What does Wimpy have? Wimpy has those snack burgers.
It's a KFC or snack burger?
No snack burger. They've got like those quick bite burgers now.
Okay.
Too much mayo, bro.
They overloaded.
Yeah, overloaded the mayo. So this is a nice combo. Yeah.
Right, I like it, bro. I'm a fan.
No, indeed.
So my brother.
Word up.
My second question is for you. So obviously, we've now spoken about your poetry upbringing.
Word.
And how that's influenced your rap.
Word.
So let's fast forward it. So when I remember you started taking your rapping properly seriously is now when you're back in SA.
What?
You at Rhodes now. So now you're in your creative space.
What?
So now take me through that now.
Alright, so fast forward to Rhodes. Now by the time I go to Rhodes, I can just take it back slightly. I come back from the States.
So this is when you're chilling in SA now?
Yeah, I'm chilling in SA waiting to go to Rhodes. I record one rap song. Just one rap song with a producer I now make music with called Drones.
Shout out Drones.
Yeah, shout out to Drones. Now Drones, because I still didn't really understand the whole creative process of making a rap song, I was this poet and this musician. So, pardon me. So, I literally hit a drum beat on a disc
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this is how I want and I wrote the rap a cappella with the drum beat on the desk. And I said to Drones, this is how I want the thing to sound. And then he made a whole beat based on that drum beat.
Yeah.
And then we recorded it, and that was the only rap song I had. But it took me like 6 months to make that song.
Yeah.
This is how slow it was.
But I suppose you were still learning about how the process is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is how slow it was. Now I get to Rhodes, I decide, you know what I really want to do, I keep on dabbling with rap, because what I really want to be is a rapper. Let me not lie to myself. Let me not tell myself that, rapper dudes must be like this, or, I'm good at it. Let me do it. So what I start doing is I go on YouTube, I get these type beats, and I start freestyling every day in my room, and doing these little verses on Instagram. And then I just start getting better at it. And then come November, let's say September, I think 2017.
Yeah.
I released my first rap song on SoundCloud because I'd never done that before.
So listen, that song with the Drones, right?
Yeah.
Had you guys released it on SoundCloud?
Yes, but it wasn't on my SoundCloud.
It wasn't his.
Yeah, it was on his. Yeah. So no one had ever. There was nothing on my page. All that was on my SoundCloud page at that time were his poems.
Okay.
Right. So I released my first rap song. And bro, it got like 1,000 plays or something like in 2 days. It was called Orange Grove, which is
very, very
the home.
Yeah,
our home. Our home steez. So yeah, Orange Grove, which is basically about a story about like memories of like first 3 to 4 years of my life before I moved from Durban to the kingdom of Eswatini, and it banged, bro. And then I just got addicted to it, and soon, like on campus, amongst artists and stuff, I started to get known as this rapper guy, and I just started rapping.
So wait, so you were still being known as what when you first released was this under Patrick Wells?
Patfaded. No, I always released as Patfaded, even the rap.
When you released Orange Grove, you were going by the name of Patfaded.
Even when I released I Rise with Drones, I was going as Patfaded.
You're gonna touch on that, don't worry.
Yeah, cool.
We'll touch on that
cool.
name. Yeah.
So I started releasing as Patfaded, and when you start becoming an artist, so people don't call you by your name.
They call you by your artist name. Yeah.
So everybody knew me as Faded.
Yeah.
Yeah, either Pat or Faded or Pat Faded. So on the streets they're like, hey yo, Pat Faded. I'm like, yo, what's good, dog? So that's when you start to realize, okay, people are actually taking your artistry serious.
And obviously you said like when you and Jones made that song, it took like about 6 months.
So long, bro.
So now when you're doing your freestyles and then rapping on the beats, how long was it taking to actually like get that whole project out? Like obviously I'm talking about the project of one song, so you'll take beats from the YouTube whatever and you rap over them. So how long will it take me to do that? Were you doing it like once a week, or were you doing
it started like that, bro. It started like maybe like one song a week. We started off slow, very slow, then just gradually
started picking up,
started moving so quickly. I was finishing like a song every 2 days, every 3 days, sometimes more than one song in a day. And that's just how it was. And I was starting to get
obviously
more,
you're gradually getting better at the time.
I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at it, and I start working with this dude who I work with now, named Babeke Zulu. I guess maybe we'll get into that a bit later. But now these dudes are like mentoring me, like teaching me about hooks. So now I start approaching. I go just from focusing on rapping to focusing on a song structure. This is where you want the hook to bang. This is how many times you want the hook to bang. This is how long you want your verses to be.
It's not just about bars now, right? It's not about bars now.
It's about making music, dog. And then I start opening up my music to criticism. Send my music to dudes that come back to me and be like, yo, Pat, this is trash. Like, you can go harder, dog. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Obviously, like, I suppose as a creative, I don't think people understand how tough it is putting your shit out there. So like, I'm coming to you and I'm like, yo, dude, like, this is new. Like, obviously, this is new to me. I've taken another step. I've taken a step out of my comfort zone, obviously, and I'm putting my shit out there. What do you think of it? And if like a dude is like, yo, bro, this shit's trash. Yo, you have to. I feel like you have to have such thick skin, or you gotta. I feel like you also gotta be confident in yourself to know that, this is just. But I know I'm gonna get better.
Exactly. It's the confidence, bro. I think the confidence saved me from not being open in criticism. I'm a sensitive dude.
Yeah, I feel like we all are.
I'm a sensitive dude. You know what I mean? So I had to tell myself, okay, you have to, in order for this thing that you love so much, got to let that go, bro.
Yeah.
You can't take this thing personally.
Because when I released my first video for my review, motherfuckers were telling me I need to breathe, bro. I was like,
breathe, bro.
Yeah, like, bro, it'd be like, yo, dude, do you have water, dog? Do you have water nearby? When I did my review, because bro, like, and then like, obviously I was like, shit. I know. I knew when I was editing the video, I knew I was nervous as fuck.
Yeah.
And like when I was reading it was dead ass cringe. Now when I edit my videos now, this is like smooth sailing. Like this, I'm all confident and comfortable. It's whatever. Yeah. But like that first video, I knew I was nervous as fuck, and I knew that when guys saw me, they were gonna be like, "Yo, this guy looks nervous."
Yeah.
But like I feel like that's the time. Like obviously it was a select few people.
Yeah.
They were very harsh.
Yeah.
But I feel like obviously you need to hear that harshness.
Yeah.
But I obviously also feel there's a way of saying things. You know what I'm trying to say?
Let's get into that. Can I chime in here?
Yeah.
Look, constructive criticism isn't everybody's forte.
Yeah.
You know, you need, in order for you to give constructive criticism, you need to know how to construct. And you need
it's more complex. It's very complex.
You can't just be like, yo, this is trash. That's not constructive criticism.
Hey, but I won't lie. When you know a homie's gonna be like, yo, can I be honest with you? That homie's gonna flame you. That guy's gonna flame you, dog.
Bro.
That guy's gonna flame you. So now, obviously we went through a little detour. Like obviously we're sidetracked now.
Yeah, so but now, honestly, So what I started doing is like, so I had a group of dudes in my res, because what I used to do was I used to get so keen to show people my stuff, because this is new. I'm getting so excited this rapping thing, and what I would do is I would spit acapellas for dudes, and I'd be like, yo dog, let me spit the 16 for you real quick.
Yeah.
And I'd spit it for the man them, and then I'd send the track, and I'd upload the track, and I realized the track's not getting the love that I thought it would. Then I'm like, I spoke to one of my boys, listened to one of my music a lot in res, and he was like, yo Pat, bruh, I think what's wrong is the beat selection here. You know?
Yeah.
Like every time you spit these 16s, like the pen is definitely it's there, bro, but something is not like it's not connecting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, cool. So I was like, this is what you can do to help me. I'm gonna give you listen to my music, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give me 10 like type beats of stuff that you think I'd float on. Do you know what I mean? And he was like, cool.
Is this still Barbecue Zulu?
No, this is not Barbecue Zulu. This is another home. Shout out Babalo.
Okay.
This is Babalo. This is very, very critical to developing my craft. So I told Babalo, look, bro, this is what needs to happen. And before me and Barbecue Zulu released the song, dog, trust, Barbecue Zulu made like up to 30 beats. I said no to all of them.
What?
Yeah, I said nah.
Not your thing.
This is not for me. I can't spit on this, can't spit on that. Then eventually,
but that also shows. Just sorry to interrupt you again, but I like because I just want to point out certain things because I want to actually point out your growth.
Yeah.
So now you're able to be like, this beat's not working for me.
Yeah.
Instead of like, you know which beat you wanted, you know you're gonna connect on with your bars, and that's also important growth for your craft.
Exactly, because if you don't have, if a beat doesn't emotionally move you, how's it gonna move people?
No, facts,
you know what I mean? Because you're just gonna be rapping.
You need to be able to rap and hear it. Yeah.
You need to hear me on there. You know what I mean? And you need to rap on it. You know what I mean? So I think the process of giving my stuff to dudes in res, and it started getting competitive. Like Rhodes, there were a lot of rap niggas at Rhodes. Like a lot of rap niggas. So I think also the competition. I had like a lots of like dope songs. Do you know what I mean? That people would listen to, but there wasn't like I didn't have a track where I really showed that, like my banger, so to speak. So me and Babeke Zulu eventually, after this back and forth, after all the criticisms from the boys, I went back, I stopped releasing music for a while, and I started to think, okay, I want a song that's really impactful, right? I want a sound, so to speak, right? So then me and Babeke Zulu released the song called Higher.
Yes.
Which is the first, out of all the Babeke Zulu beats he made me, it's the first song I ever released with Babeke Zulu.
Yeah.
And bro, I released that track.
So wait, this was your first full song that you released, apart from being freestyles.
No, it's not. But this is the first song outside of a SoundCloud beat.
Okay.
Because I was making songs slowly. with hooks and stuff like that. But this is the first time where I wasn't getting music from SoundCloud, and it was my first time that I actually made an intentional effort to be like, I want this to have an impact.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And the song was called Higher, and bro, I released the track, and like dudes are tweeting me.
Yeah, saying this shit is banging.
Like,
yeah.
yo,
yeah,
Faded
yeah,
can
yeah.
rap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's it. And it had to happen on a Babeke Zulu beats. And I think this happened in around about 2018. And that's when I started like
This
really.
is your first year of Rhodes.
Second year of Rhodes. Now, second year of Rhodes, this is when I really start showing up. And like people are starting to say, yo, this Faded guy, like he can rap. Like I'm on everyone's, you know what I mean?
Radar
artist community, you know what I mean? Random kids are like tweeting me and like, yo, this dude is like,
now you finally
he's
see.
one of these RU rap guys that you know that really brings it. And now I'm seeing the growth. And after that, after timeless times just trying to make a song together, me and Babeke Zulu just start making a lot of music. Immediately we release another song. Then we shoot a music video for that song.
Yes.
And then
was that song called Tie High?
Yeah, Tie High, the eye I hid inside.
Yeah.
There we go. Then we release another song after that. But it just goes to show that music takes time, bro. Music is about relationships. Creativity, art is about relationships. So just take time to
craft, man.
nurture your craft, and you know what I mean. And then that's just I started rapping.
Yeah.
That's when I became Patfaded. You know what I mean?
That was the artist.
Yeah.
So obviously that's gonna definitely gonna lead into my third question.
Yeah.
But let's pull out the second shoe, man.
Okay. So now I've seen a lot of babies in this color.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen these though. And the first question I want to ask is, are these the original laces?
No. These are laces from. Shout out to this brand in Cape Town called Hefted Laces.
Okay.
So they all this stuff is made in Cape Town, made South African, proudly South African.
Okay, shout out.
They make like leather laces, faux leather laces, normal laces with like these cool little things on. I actually got these at a shoot that I was doing for them.
Okay.
So they gave me a bunch of laces to thank me, obviously, for being a part of that shoot. Yeah, man. So this is called the Dunk High Syracuses.
Okay.
So I think obviously this is probably before Carmelo's time, but there's this basketball player called Carmelo Anthony. Yeah. Now, for me personally, the only reason I know Syracuse University in America is because of him. Okay. Because I think he bought them like a championship in 2001. Okay. Like they were doing that big, whatever basketball thing. I think that's what's it called? Something 8. I forgot what it's called in America. Okay. But he won them the championship and the Syracuse, and obviously this is part of a university pack. So you have like my Brazilians from the pack. You get the Kentucky blue and white dunks. You get some red and white, like a lot of other colorways, but I think it's like 5 colorways or 4 colorways. Okay. But yeah, this is the Dunk High. It comes in a low top version as well. Low top version is much rarer. Dope. And the quality is also different on the low top. Okay, what's the difference between the quality? So what happens now? So when I got my Brazilian pair of dunks, I got those. When was the first year of COVID? 2019, eh? I think, no, 2020. Was it 2020? Beginning of 2020, March 2020, I think that's when the lockdown started. So March 2020, just fast forward. So March 2020, we weren't doing anything. Okay. Obviously, level 3 came, level 4. Then we started getting shoes again. So the dunks, now, the first pair of that varsity pack that we got in South Africa were the Brazilian ones, the green and yellow ones. Okay. So when I got those pair, like I said again, shout out Major, the leather, when you wear it gets a lot softer. Okay. So it's really soft. This leather over here is harder. So that's why I'm always complaining about like the quality of the shoes, that especially Nike Dunks or just Nike Jordans at the beginning. Because the leather is just getting harder and harder. It's not as soft. Yeah. So when I personally feel when the leather is softer, the more you wear it, obviously it adapts and it starts lasting longer. Okay. This just feels like you wear it a couple times. Not a couple times, if you wear it hard. Yeah. This is gonna fuck out. Okay. So yeah, that's my main complaint. So this is the backstory of this shoe right here. Yeah, and can I ask you a question? Because we talked about the Airs, which you said my Chicago Bulls man, Scottie Pippen used to rock, and
and you said a homeboy in 2000, 2001 used to rock these. So
no, he didn't rock them.
Okay.
So I don't know what. So basically, what I see, what it looks like in American sports, whatever school sponsorship the school has, you rock those shoes. So I don't know what school, I don't know sponsorship they were playing with there.
Okay.
But I'm saying the colors, just the colors. Yeah, this is the Syracuse colorway.
This orange is iconic.
Yeah.
All right. So what I want to ask you now is, so do you think there are shoes right now that NBA stars are rocking? Let's just say, do you think that aren't hot right now, right?
Yeah.
Do you think like in 10 years, kids are gonna be like rocking some kicks that Giannis wore?
Look, I think the only shoes that I noticed that kids like to wear in America, especially basketball player shoes, is Kyrie Irving's. It's Kyrie Irving's.
Okay.
The Kyrie Irving.
So you think Kyrie Irving, even like 10 years right now? He
personally has the best signature shoe.
Okay.
Out of all of them, I think.
But what I'm talking about is in the now. Like, were kids rocking what Pippen was rocking in the 90s?
Yeah. Kids are still rocking them now.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I think. Look here. It's actually weird.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, obviously, because tech has improved so much.
Yeah.
When tech improves.
Yeah.
Shoes, the tech that they put in the shoe starts to change a bit.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you'll see, like, from the Jordan 1 to the Jordan 35 they just launched now.
Yeah.
It looks totally different. You can see that shoe is meant for balling. Now then, Jordan 1, when it dropped in 1985, I think, I was just like, well, how the hell is this man playing in the shoes? Because I've bloomed in Jordans, and I'm like, I'm not trying to play no sports in those things, bro.
And you said these homeboys, after a while, they get uncomfortable.
And this thing has no tech in it either. I don't think this even has an air unit.
They look so clean, bro.
So you get the S dunk, you get the dunks, right, and then you get the SB dunks. The SB dunks is the skateboarding version. So now the SB, I think the SB dunk does have tech, but skateboarders don't really like to skate in it. To what I've seen, they only just skate in other Nike skateboarding shoes that are more tech friendly and stuff. Because I mean, like, it makes sense because, what I've noticed is that athletes back in the day, like, bro, they get hurt and they just like inject themselves in the knee, and then like obviously down the line you'll see that affect them heavily. Okay. Now you'll see athletes now, like, there's so much things happening when they make the shoe. They mold that shoe for your foot,
right? And
so the whole energy that exudes from that shoe goes into your body. It's like a whole different process. So I think that also has a huge point to play with sneakers nowadays, bro. You'll see, like if I pull out, let me pull out these shoes.
Right.
So this is 4D Tech.
Right.
So you'll get a Boost shoe that will have the same thing as this, but now Adidas has managed. I actually need to read more about it. I just can't find all the information, but they figured out the way that maybe 4D Tech gives off more energy in the person running or the person exercising.
Okay.
Brings up. So, hey man, so tech has just gotten so hectic with sneakers now. That's why you'll see sneaker price also going up.
Oh, the price is going high because
I can't increase the tech and not increase the price. I need to make money, so I get that. Yeah. So
these are. These are dope.
One of my favorite pairs in the collection as well, man.
Yeah, no, clean.
Yeah, man.
Have a look at these, and shout out to the guys that laced these up as well. Like, all right.
Okay, man. Are you ready for your second bite, my guy?
Oh, bro, being ready, bro. Being ready. What you saying?
Let's get into the third question. So obviously we're talking about you becoming the artist known as Patfaded. So now let's just talk about the process of how you got the Patfaded name.
Bro, you can't see it now, but it was pretty simple. I used to like rock a high top fade. I've been rocking a high top fade since I was 16. You seldom don't see me in a high top fade
anymore.
So I mean 16, 17, 18, I think 20 I did the Drizzy thing with the short hair and the big beard. I've hit that one a couple of times, but mostly even now you see me, I'm rocking a high top fade. So Pat with the fade, Patfaded. That's the origin of the name. But most people think it pertains to like being drunk or like Pat, you always faded. And people never get tired of that joke. Every time I'm drunk, like, hey, Pat's faded. Come on, guys. But yeah, that's the origin of the name.
And obviously, when you came up with Patfaded, right? Yeah. Did you know that that's my rapper name?
No, it was my creative name.
So let me just put it like this. So now when you start rapping properly.
Yeah.
So Did you ever think of another name?
Nope.
Or you were just like, this is it?
This is it, yeah.
I love it. This
Patfaded has always been my creative my creative personality.
Yeah.
Even like I messed around designing some shirts, whatever. I put Patfaded on it. I used to write like little poems and put them on Instagram. I used to write Patfaded.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So never, never crossed my mind to change my name. Once or twice. But then my dogs were like, nah, bro, run with the name.
Yeah, let's flip them catches.
Yeah, so just there's no need to do that. If a plate's not broken, don't fix it. Or what is that the expression? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, something like
that. How do you get a plate, bro?
If a plate, no, I think the expression is, if a plate's not dirty, there's no need to wash it.
Damn, I've never heard that expression in my life.
Shout out to moms.
Auntie Mar, I've never heard Auntie Mar use that.
Yeah, the plate's not dirty. Why wash it?
No, I get you.
Yeah,
I get you.
There we go.
Okay, man. So yeah, that was question 3. Let's just pull out the third sneaker that you like.
Okay. Right.
Now this is the craziest.
Talk to me about these.
This is the craziest.
Talk to me about
in
these.
my collection, man. So,
jeez.
First of all, shout out Reebok and Sports Scene for sending me these.
Okay.
So so this also 90s shoe. Mm-hmm. So back in the day, Reebok was pretty big in the 90s in basketball. Mm-hmm. Like they had Shaquille O'Neal.
Of course.
Yeah, so they had I think it was the Shaqnosis.
Shaqnosis, okay.
Yeah, so I think it was the second year out of his first year out of his rookie year.
Yeah. That
he got a signature shoe. So the signature shoe consisted of, it was very crazy like this as well. But then, now this is called the Kamikaze.
The Kamikaze, okay.
So the shoe that, the player that made the Kamikaze very popular was Sean Kemp.
Okay.
So he played for the Supersonics. So I think he was like a forward. Dunker, mad dunker. So obviously, back in the day, in the 90s, you can literally sell anything off of a dunker. Because it's this prime time, it's box office. You're going to get the crowd going. So that's just the origin of the Kamikaze shoe. Now this collab, this version of this Kamikaze is the Nerf. I don't know if you've ever heard of a Nerf gun.
You've heard of a Nerf gun, yeah.
Kids love it.
Kids love Nerf guns, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the collaboration with Nerf and them.
Okay.
So yeah, now you can see, because the gun is so crazy, you can see that the colors they've put on the shoe is crazy.
Oh, the colors are so funky. That makes sense. I picture like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air rocking one of these.
Precisely,
it looks very nice.
Yeah. So what I love about this shoe is the quality of the shoe. Like you can see, like you'll see like this is like a nubuck material, like a softer suede.
Dope.
And then over here you get like a harder suede.
Dope.
And you have like the leather over here.
Dope.
And then the suede on the toe box.
Dope.
So, and then even this, I actually don't know what material this is. Just feel it. It's like a softer. No, over here. On the tongue, yeah. It's like
it feels like soft leather. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I don't actually know what the name of this material is, but I just love the fact that they've taken the time out to make a very high quality shoe, which I love. And like the whole presentation of the shoe itself was crazy. You get like Sean Kemp's number there.
Yeah.
You get like I haven't been able to wear.
So
these.
what about the tech in these? Are these also old?
So. I know they uses hexalite tech.
Okay.
So hexalite tech, it kind of looks like a honeycomb.
Okay.
You can see. So yeah, so it's like a yeah. So let me see if I can actually find if they have any information. So yeah. So the honeycomb is one of the strongest yet lightest shapes found in nature. With modification was the theory behind the development of Reebok's hexalite tech. The hexalite honeycomb design spreads shock over a large area than EVA. As a result, it combines cushioning and light. So I'm assuming. So
they actually designed this on actual nature.
Yeah. So obviously what I'm saying, if it's shock, whatever, when the person lands on it from doing like a heavy dunk and landing hard, it absorbs the shock from your body. So I think that's really cool. So obviously I think this is still the same tech they used back in the day. Okay. It's crazy. I think they probably modified it, but like the core of it is still the same, which is really cool. So I haven't worn these shoes yet. I don't know how I'm gonna wear them. I think
you haven't worn these.
No, I have not worn them. These are dead stock. I don't know how to wear them. The colors, I need to figure out something. But most likely, I do believe this will probably be like a showcase piece. Most likely, a showcase piece. Yeah.
Okay. So when you say a showcase piece, what do you mean?
So
exactly.
You see, like how you walk into the room. If you walk into the room, there will be like if there's like a area that. apart from the shoes on the shelf, there'll be like another section of some other shoes, and there'll be like a showcase of like really cool sneakers that I think are cool, and obviously I'll change them around time to time. Yeah.
All right.
So I'll put them there.
No, definitely these are
another fire.
These are steezy. Get Patfaded a pair of these.
Reebok, I hope you watch it.
Hey,
I hope you watch it. Yeah, man.
All right. No,
so,
dope.
yeah. So hey, Pat, let's dig in here, bro. Got the third bite.
Bite number 3.
So now we got your fourth question.
Cool.
So now we like I said, we've discussed poetry, your upbringing, how they influence a rap name, how you met at one of your producers that you guys have now been working together for forever.
Yeah.
Now we get to the point of your debut project.
South African Broke Boy.
South African Broke Boy.
Hey, now I love talking about that project.
Yeah, and so I wanna discuss everything.
All right,
from the artwork to how the beat selection came about, to how the names of the song came about, to now the end product, and now it's out there. I want to discuss all of those things in the questions. So yeah, let's break it down to me, man.
Right, South African Broke Boy was not supposed to be the name of my first mixtape, right?
Yeah.
The name of my first mixtape was actually supposed to be Tie High.
Yeah.
The eye I hid inside.
Yeah.
Right? So I decided, you know what? That's too big a concept to explore. You know what I mean? So when you're thinking about a project, it's very easy to think about explore just an aspect of your life or a theme rather than like exploring something that's just way too big.
Yeah.
You know, exploring, how do you explore your whole self? You know, that could take you a lifetime to do. Do you know what I mean? Everything you've hid inside. Though a cool project, but like, no, I'm not ready for that just yet. But me and Babeke Zulu, so I could answer this question when people like to ask me how long do you think it took you to make the project? I could say 3 years or I could say 4 months. Okay. Right? I'd say 3 years had to go into the process of making beats with Babeke Zulu, who's like the sonic brainchild behind it, and basically honing relationships with other producers that produced the project.
The Babeke Zulu produced most
of the tracks. Yeah, I'd say he produced, as a solo producer, he produced most of the tracks in South African Broke Boy. So I basically, Babeke Zulu just sent me like a beat pack in 2019, and there were a few good tracks on there, and a few good like solid ones, and one of them was what became the first track on the mixtape called South African Broke Boy. And I said, yo, Babeke Zulu, like, I'm ready, you know?
Yeah.
And this is the first time, what's important to understand about when South African Broke Boy came about, it was the first time I'd lived outside of Rhodes, at Rhodes University.
Okay.
And I was now living with a roommate who was also one of the producers on South African Broke Boy.
Okay.
He produced a track called Pull Up.
Okay, yes.
Shout out to, featuring Master Difference.
Fire.
Shout out, no, I appreciate it. Shout out to Master Difference, shout out to Matu. And I was now living with Matu, and I had my own space to make music. So now what the cool thing about when you're living with another producer, they don't sweat about you making music. I understand that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, if I was living with someone that didn't understand
a whole different story,
a whole different experience.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that I lived by myself in my own space allowed me to have a whole lot more creative freedom.
Yeah.
So I think that's got a lot to do with why South African Broke Boy came out in that year. Now the problem with Riz is, bro, I know a bunch of people used to hate me because I was always just making so much noise. I was just spitting. Niggas were adding me in the WhatsApp groups. Someone tell a certain rapper that I'm gonna kick his head off.
Because I mean, obviously you gotta be energetic when you like.
Yeah,
you gotta get into it.
You gotta be into it. I can't be like watching. I mean, one of the dudes who's my manager now, who manages me, Patfaded, was actually my subwarden.
Yeah.
In Rez at the time, and he took on the management role just after South African Broke Boy drops. But he used to knock on my door and be like, "Yo, Pat, people are saying you're making too much noise, dog." And I'd be like, "Ah, man."
So now you have to tone it down.
And I had to tone it down, but you know that's just how it was.
Yeah, I get you.
Living with the rapper is annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think
you trying to study. I
think like living with creators can be annoying.
Yeah.
I think we all have our like certain like process that we have to do before we like create shit.
Exactly.
And like I think like some people make some noise and then try to get into it. And and I can get it. Yeah.
That's just, you can dig it, right? So yeah. So now I'm living with Matu. 2019 was a huge year for rap.
Yeah.
So living with Matu, and I'd come back. My mans, would be in the right mode. Put it that way. The creative vibes are perfect.
Yeah.
In the lounge, we had this big ass TV in the lounge. Mans had a piano, and he'd set it up there, and he'd just be like playing the piano.
So everywhere you went, was music. Yeah.
Everywhere there was a creative vibe. Now dig this. The beginning of the flat, at the beginning of the year, the flat I moved into. There I see this tall homeboy, like a tower of a gent, right? And didn't seem like, a bit quiet, bit reserved, but like seemed like a friendly dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey yo, what's up, bro? This is literally like the second day I'm in this apartment. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? My name's Pat. He's my neighbor. He happens to be my neighbor. So I'm like, I'm your neighbor, just introducing myself. I'm like, what do you do? He's like, nah, bro, I'm studying accounting, but I used to be a sound engineer. I had like a degree in sound engineering before I got here. And I'm like, oh, crazy. Does that mean you make music? He's like, yeah, I make beats, but I make deep house. I'm like, oh, shit, that's cool. Yeah. I can dig it. Let's go listen to
some shit.
I'm a rapper. I just love music. I listen to these deep house beats, and I'm like, these are crazy. Yeah. These are like something out here, like I don't know, Da Capo or whatever. I'm like, this dude is good. And I'm like, have you ever tried your hand in hip hop? He's like, yeah, I made quite a few hip hop beats actually. Whoops out his laptop, and I'm hearing, and I'm like, bro, these are crazy.
And now you're finding out that this is not even his real thingy that he's trying to push. It's a deep house.
I'm like, this is crazy. But he has now, that's another producer that has a beat on South African Broke Boy.
Oh shit.
Don Moody, actually.
That's his name, Don Moody.
So I'm living with Matu, and I've got another producer living right next to me.
Your neighbors also
we're in the, now Don Moody produced 2 tracks on South African Broke Boy. Okay. Matu produced 1. And so the whole year we're just making beats, being in good vibes, and I start these things because now I just want to make sure that everything is rap. You know what I mean? I know I'm really going for it this year, so I start. I gather all the rappers on campus, and I'm like, yo, homeboys, let's try and cypher regularly. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we just start in random places, at someone's house, someone's room. We start like ciphering, and then we take it to the library. Yeah. And we have ciphers at the library like every Friday, bro. So at Rhodes University.
So they just allow you to figure out which guys you wanted to actually feature on.
No, it wasn't about, I don't think anybody I used to cipher with actually featured on the tape in the end, but that's how the energy, I'm just talking about the energy of 2019 for you to understand the year that South African Broke Boy was actually put together. Now, dig this. The year I moved out of Res, Babeke Zulu also moved out of Res. Okay. So now he had his own freedom to make his beats. So literally in a square kilometer, Babeke Zulu only lived like maybe about a kilometer away from my house. So there was a studio set up at Babeke Zulu's house, production set up at my house, production set up next door to me.
That was just a vibe.
And producers and rappers all around me. That was the vibe that the tape was created in, bro. So that year, I didn't spend much time actually releasing music. I was just working. I told myself, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna spend this whole year making this project. So also beginning of the year, let's just say March, April, I meet this kid from Port Elizabeth. Okay. And he's kind of like you. He's kind of like you in the sense that he's steezy. Yeah. You know, a cool kid and a bit quiet. And I just see him. You know, when creatives know creatives. Yeah. So I'm like, bro. We were at this iconic bar in Grahamstown called the Rats and Parrots. Okay. So I see this dude and I'm like, yo, dog, do you make music? And he was like, yeah, I'm actually a producer and a DJ. His name's Jared Jacobs, goes by J6 now. Okay. At the time he used to go by Jazzy. And he says, but I just haven't haven't been inspired for a while or whatever. I haven't, just come out. You know, when you come out of matric, like you're working hard, and when you come into your first year. So I was like, why don't you pull up to my crib? And Matu's got the setup, and let's see what you can do. And yeah, so he pulls up, whoops out the piano that Matu set up in the lounge, and just off the bat, the first beat he made, I'm like, I love it.
Shit.
Let's put it on the tape.
Oh fuck.
Now he's producing for some big names like Blackie.
Oh fuck.
Producing, working with what's his name? This dude Yolophonic.
Oh flip.
And yeah, so that's how that happened. So he's got one in South African Broke Boy.
That's mad,
and
dude.
that's just how it worked. And then obviously, so J6, he's got one in there, and I mentioned Don Moody, he's got 2 on there. Then Masu's got 1, and then another homeboy I used to go to high school with, by the name of Inyasha.
Yeah.
Oh, what's Inyasha's? He also makes hip hop, dog. It bangs. Now he lives in Toronto, and I reached out to him, and I'm like, yo, bro. You still make hip hop, and what's the vibes like? Send me a beat, and he sent me this crazy beat, which is different to everything that's actually on the tape.
Yeah,
and that now becomes Spaza.
Oh shit!
First beat he sent me, I'm like off the bat, I love it. So now he's got one. Then the rest of the beats, the rest of the project is now me and Babeke Zulu trying to pull a tape together.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how South African Broke Boy came together. So now you asked me about the theme. Now I spent a lot of money trying to get
the tape together.
The tape together.
So that's how you got broke.
I got broke. So the time I got a girlfriend. I'm trying to pay engineers.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
now you're trying to hustle,
pay for features. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to hustle, and I realized, most young niggas my age of creators, we broke.
Yeah.
And the thing in hip hop is like people want to just talk about a lifestyle they don't have.
Yeah.
They want to ball and they want to. I know rappers and creatives, like it's not fun for us out here in the industry. So instead of like me coming up with a concept that was glamorous or was, you know what I mean?
Let me just be honest.
Let me just be real.
Yeah.
I am a South African broke boy. Relatable content.
Yeah.
I'm broke and I'm trying to make this. And I remember after. So fast forward. That's just how the whole year is going, bro.
Yeah.
The guy that I engineered the whole of South African Broke Boy, I met with another artist by the name of Mickey Barnes.
Yes.
And Mickey Barnes, I made a song with him like a year back in 22 called Fly Shit. I understand the music I'm trying to make. Then me and Babeke Zulu discuss like, we want different sort of sound. Yeah. Right? We want the storytelling, like the Jersey Western Road flow, soulful sample. I like that. Like that's my spitting. But I'm very like musical. Yeah. So I'm like, let's try and like get different sort of sounds in the project. So Don Moody had left out With Me. Yeah. Right. With Me, and Don Moody was the dude who lives next door to me now. And he's just got like 100 like just of beats on his laptop, and one of these beats, and he didn't name his beats.
Was it beat 1, beat 2?
Yeah, beat 100, project 141, project 142. So I had to remember every time I wanted a sick beat. Maybe there would have been more in South African Broke Boy if I actually remembered the.
Yo, my dog, I need project 105.
Yeah, that's how it happened, bro. So I remember listening to this beat, which is kind of like techno. Sort of vibe. Yeah. I remember going to Don Moody and I'm like, dog, project 141. Send me that. I need that. I need that. I remember the name. I said, if I don't remember the name, we're gonna lose this beat because how is he gonna locate it in all these beats? But yeah, that's basically how it started happening. Then me and Babeke Zulu start making beats, bro. We cooking almost every week, and it gets to a night where this is November. And I'm trying to think, this is before this is just after the whole BET situation. Yeah. I think, the BET cypher, Yeah. I go to the spa. There's a thing at Grahamstown, we have a 24-hour spa. Yeah. So, Babeke Zulu at the time, he doesn't drink any caffeine. Okay. So I'm like, Babeke Zulu. And I'd recorded different versions of South African Broke Boy with various guys over the year. But I'm like, nah, I want to retake literally the whole tape. literally from start to finish.
Yeah.
Except for the takes. I re-recorded everything except for like one or two. The We Gon' Make It.
Yeah.
Which was recorded at Mickey Barnes' place. Now, tell Baba Zulu, listen, homie. We need to knock this thing out today. So now we hit South African Broke Boy from
11
from 12 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning. That's the story of SABB, dog.
So crazy. So, but you know, like, I love, you know why I asked you that question? Because I feel like I love hearing the stories and how things come about. Because there's always, I feel like people don't really get to tell the story and how things really come about. Like, you know, like, it could be something small, like someone releasing a YouTube video, starting a YouTube channel. There's always a story behind why you got to that point and why you want to release a YouTube channel. I always feel like if someone's going to do something creatively, they don't just decide one day, hey, I'm gonna do this. I always feel like there's a bunch of influences that are involved in a whole entire story that is involved. And I'm glad that you've actually told me that story, because I really enjoy listening to that story. This is the first time I've heard like the whole how South African Broke Boy was actually conceptualized and actually how it came about. So that's and I didn't know, like, in your whole radius or square radius of where you're chilling in roads, it was like a creative square, which is so dope.
A whole creative square, bro.
Which is so dope.
Yeah. And when you say it, I didn't even think about it like that, you know. So only when I think about the story, I'm like, there were factors that happened with the year. Everything actually just aligned. I happened to be living next to so many producers, and I happen to be rapping at a high level, and I happen to everything. That's exactly how it happened, bro.
Precisely, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paddy, let's get out there. It's the fourth shoe, eh?
Yeah, it's the fourth shoe. And I seem to be digging the basketball shoes, bro.
Yeah,
though I was never used to ball.
Actually, you literally pulled out all of them. Yeah.
These are so clean. Yeah, and so you know what I love about these is it's this contrast of the grey and the subtle gold here, fam.
Yeah.
That is tasty.
These are Jordan 12s.
Okay.
So the big shoe that makes the Jordan 12s very, very popular is there's this one red and black colorway. It's called the Flu Game colorway.
The Flu Game. Okay.
So if you guys are watching it, if you guys ever watched The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, there was this huge game. I think it was game 5 or game 6 of the not conference finals, the NBA finals.
Yeah.
Where he was versing the Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
And the rumor has it
that
they gave him some off-put pizza or something. So the food poisoning.
Food poisoning. Okay.
So the next game he was playing, the next day he was playing the game, and he was wearing the Jordan 12s. And they were in black and red. So now the thing is, the cats, what they're saying, he played with Flu. Yeah. So that red and black colorway is synonymous with that game, so they call it the Flu Game Jordan 12s. Yeah. And that what made Jordan 12s so popular. Now this Jordan 12 is called the let me put this one down. It's called the Wolf Grey.
Word.
So I'm assuming because there's a lot of different greys on it.
Yeah.
It's obviously you got like the main upper of the shoe is the suede upper of the wolf. So I'm assuming the wolf grey, you know, wolf skin, what, all like hair. I'm just assuming. And then like you have like so you get like a darker grey, you get like a lighter grey, and then you get another lighter grey, and then the whole outer sole of the shoe like a super light grey. So this is called the Wolf Grey, the Wolf Grey 12s. I really do like this Jordan. I don't know how to wear it though. Still trying to figure out, like a lot of these shoes I'm still trying to figure out. I traded these from this Instagram store called Soulbox. Okay. So I think it was Soulbox. I forgot the name, but anyways. So I traded this for my Comme des Garçons Converses. I had like a blue low top pair. And I really wanted, because I was also influenced by The Last Dance. So I wanted another pair of Jordans. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna trade and get the shoe. And how luckily the trade value will equalize. So I said, let's do this. So I got this pair of shoe.
And then here we go.
Yeah, so this is the Wolf Grey 12, man. So
what I want to know is, these say Jumpman on them. Yeah. And you know when I hear Jumpman, I always think of Jumpman. So has Jumpman, is that on every Jordan? Or
no, specific Jordans. Okay. So like you'll see like even like this 23. Okay. You won't have it on the Jordan 1. Okay. Or you won't have it on the Jordan 5. Oh, you do have it on the Jordan 5, but it's a different logo. The Jordan 1 is the only one that probably doesn't have the 23 logo on it. Maybe special Jordan 1s will have it. But yeah, all the 23s, but a lot of them don't have the Jumpman thing. They'll just have you'll just have the Jumpman logo on it to show that it's a Jordan. But yeah, man.
I want to see you rock these. I really want to see you rock
man.
these.
I think I'm gonna try and put a foot together. I'm definitely, because I really want to wear them.
On that sneaker, on that Instagram page, we want to see.
Yeah, man.
See where the Jumpman's, boy.
Yeah, man. I really want to check, because I'm contemplating trading these shoes again, because I don't know how I'm gonna wear them, but I really do. Like, if I can figure out how to rock them, I won't trade them, because I don't like trading my shoes, man. Because I get such a sentimental connection, and like I value them so highly.
It's like trading your soul.
Yeah, all the sneakers in my collection, I value the same. They're all very, very special to me, So yeah, man, this was the Jordan, the Air Jordan 12, the Wolf Grey colorway. Yeah, man,
that was dope. Nah, dude, I definitely love this one, and again, love to see you rock these, bro. Jeez,
yeah, man. I'm gonna put it.
Cool.
So, Paddy, let's take it's my final bite.
Okay. Let me take a good few bites in here.
My final question. So obviously now, I really wanted to discuss South African Broke Boy, and I'm glad we've actually discussed it. So now, my fifth and final question. So what can we expect from Patfaded?
Brilliant question, bro. I think this past 2 years have been testing. I think, like you said, I was in a creative environment. 2019.
Well, now you kind of have to adjust.
And then 2020 was supposed to be a very big year for me.
Yeah.
Again, I developed like a videographer team, and we were gonna go for it, and being around all those creatives and stuff like that. Lockdown hits me back at the crib.
Yeah.
Parents don't want to hear nothing about rapping, though. Gotta get that degree, boy. So I think 2020 wasn't a big year for me creatively. So so I still made a lot of music in 2020, but the pressure was really on to get my degree, bro. But I kept on making music, right?
Yeah.
Kept on making music, and then fast forward to 2021, got my degree.
Yeah.
Land in Joburg. I sealed a pretty good deal with Cliff Central.
Yeah.
We designed a jingle for one of their
shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to you and Jones. Shout out to you and Jones. Yeah.
So now Jones is part of what I'm about to say. So what's next for Patfaded? So now I've gotten to a point where now I've done the student rap thing. I'm past the excitement of like everyone just making sure that I'm seen.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of stuff coming for me. Firstly, I'm dropping a project on in November 19th.
No, that'll be lovely.
Called in my own voice.
You heard it here first. You heard it. I'm just letting you guys.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
First time.
You heard it here first.
First time.
I'm just letting you guys know.
letting
you guys know.
We haven't. So on so yeah. So we finna drop a project for you guys.
Now we are gonna do the last shoe.
Yeah.
What is the last shoe that you have chosen for us, Patrick?
All right. This is actually the last one that's not a basketball shoe, and for some, I didn't even know it actually.
Low key, the origins of it.
I didn't even know these.
Origins of the forums.
These, I like these, bro.
Yeah, these are fire, man. So I have so all of these are all forums, at the back. Yeah.
Okay.
These are all forums. My white pair.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's classic. It's got the black and white thing.
I love it. I love these shoes.
Tell me, this little clip, can you guys see like that clip over there?
Yeah, it's a strap. Yeah,
it's part of the.
So it's in my box. I take the strap off.
Okay.
It's like a strap, so you can just like lock it in.
You can just lock it in.
Yeah, you can also take it out.
Oh, you can also take it.
I like the shoe without the strap.
Can you take it off the actual shoe when you wear it?
Yeah.
Okay, dope. And I like. It seems robust. How is this for comfort though? Because this is kind of like a heavy sole.
It just gets tight over here.
Okay.
But other than that, the shoe's really comfortable. I really do like the shoe.
Okay.
Probably one of my favorite shoes that I've rocked all 2021. Most of my foot picks always contain the Adidas Forum. I think I fell in love with the shoe when I first saw it. So basically there's the Forum. So the Forum first came out in 84.
Yeah.
So that's when we were playing in basketball. So it comes with a high top, mid,
low
top.
Okay.
So that's when it first came out.
Okay.
But I really do love them because they sit so nicely on jeans and chinos.
Okay.
Like nice baggy, like how Dunk sits. So that was like a nice alternative for me. So I really like the shoe.
Okay, dope.
So yeah, man. So yes, Adidas Forum. Shout out also again. Shout out to Adidas. They've been gifting me a lot of pairs. So shout out to the homies that side. Big shout out to X Xavier. You know, the fam that side. So yeah, man. So. And these are also affordable.
Okay.
1699. I
Oh,
think
dope.
for sneakers, these are pretty affordable because sneakers are so expensive now. So this is really
affordable
yeah.
sneakers. You might see me in one of these soon.
Yeah.
These are really sick, bro.
No, I really like them.
These are like, dog. They'll look good at any occasion, like day to day.
Precisely.
When you show out to the club, they'll draw some.
And this is why I like them so much because they look good in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So this is the ideas for him, man.
Shout out to these. All right, I'm happy with my picks then.
Your picks have been solid.
All right.
Solid top 5, I must admit.
Perfect.
Very, very solid top 5. Very, very solid.
All right.
So, guys, this was episode 5 of Soul Talk with my man Patfaded. My
Shout
brother.
out, shout out, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Keep
Appreciate
doing what you're
it.
doing, bro.
Appreciate it. So, the last thing, you know, I always have to do it. So, where can we find you on social media, man?
Yo, everywhere, Patfaded, lowercasing, no spaces.
You got it. Patfaded.
Patfaded, one word. Faded.
And that's on every social platform.
Expect big things from me, and I'm trying to build my community. So let's do this.
And as you guys can see it, man, like of the stories that we've heard from how South African Broke Boy came about to Patrick's origins in poetry, how he got his name, how he learned how to rap, how he mastered his craft, and how he's still getting better at his craft. I hope you guys, you're the inspiring rappers, you know, can take some points from this. And this was episode 5 of Soul Talk. I will be back with another artist coming up very soon. I'm Josh Dunn. This is Patfaded. We'll be seeing you guys. Peace.
Yes, sir. Take care.